Good morning. It's Sunday, the 16th of August 2020. An update on my portfolio of shares held on Trading 212. The current value is 2,085.62 pence. I invested 2,043.04. This gives a return of 42.58, which is 2.08%. Since I've had my portfolio, the value has been in the negative and has been a lot higher, but this is where we are today. I'll quickly run through the investments I hold and you may get some ideas. Admiral Group, this is a UK based insurance broker who advertise quite extensively on television, and they are involved, as far as I remember, in house and car insurance, and I actually have my car insured with them. And since I purchased, as you can see, my holding is up 29%. Alphabet, which is Google, they're up 18%. Amazon, we all know Amazon. I purchased those when we was in the lockdown, knowing that people are going to be buying more and more online, and it's proven the case, and it's reflected in the share price. Apple, you're watching this on an Apple device, an iPhone. I'm filming it on an iPhone, and also I have an iPad. I'm a great fan of Apple, so easy to use, not a touch on Android, but you pay accordingly. Aston Martin, this is a UK based British sports car manufacturer with many years of heritage. I bought this more out of love of the brand than a sensible investment, and that reflects in how far it's gone down, but you never know, it might bounce back. AstraZeneca, they are involved in the pharmaceutical industry, and at the moment they are in the news because they are developing a COVID vaccine, which hopefully won't be too far away. I believe they're doing it in conjunction with Oxford, which is a UK based, and they're quite well advanced. Auto Trader, this is a UK based platform where you buy and sell cars privately and dealers. Such a good search engine, so that's the place I go to if I'm looking to buy a car or sell a car. And since the lockdown they are coming out and the price is going up. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's holding of shares, they're up 14%. You can't go wrong with Berkshire Hathaway, I don't think. Boeing, I bought Boeing when they were down, and obviously they're gone down further. With the lockdown, planes not flying, no demand for planes, plus they got their legacy of the problems with the 737, two of those crashed. But I purchased those, and we never know, we might get a bit of a bounce back. BP plc, British owned large oil company involved in exploration and retail, they're down, but I'm just a long-term hold that one. Braemar Shipping, their ship brokers get involved with the shipping industry and also tanker hire. When the lockdown happened and the price of oil fell, there's great demand for oil tankers. That's what got me looking at them as a company. They're up. British Land, they invest in commercial property, and with the lockdown, not so much demand for offices, shops in the larger cities, and I think that might be the way that's going to go. But having said that, all property does eventually turn around, so hang on to these, even though I've lost a substantial amount, 41%. Britvic, I did some research and I've been told that this is a very good dividend paying share to own. I followed some brokers' advice and it's reflected in the price so far. They've gone up 162. Brookfield Renewables, they're involved in the renewable energy industry, which I think is a thing of the future. They're down. Bushveld Minerals, they're involved in South Africa in mining the vanadium. Is it vanadium? I quickly look. So that's a rare metal or a metal. based in South Africa. Vanadium. There's not many companies mine that. This is one that does it, and I bought this in the hope that the demand will go up. At the moment they're down a wee bit, but there's plenty of time. Cairn Energy, UK based oil exploration company, they're up. That's when I had a phase of buying lots of oil based companies when the price of oil was very, very low. Ceres Power, that's a new technology of converting one energy into electricity through special metal plates. I think it has a lot of potential. My wife has also invested quite heavily in them. I bought a few shares just out of interest. Coca-Cola, this is one of my 3 buy and hold shares forever. Good solid companies, not going to grow too quickly, but they pay dividends and they've got a long term future. So Coca-Cola is one of the 3. Delta Airlines, I bought this shares in this company when I thought the airline price was at rock bottom and there'll be a bounce back, but obviously I bought not quite at the bottom, so the prices still fell. DraftKings, they are an online gaming site as far as I remember, and I bought them digital sports entertainment because I think people are staying at home, things are changing, and people will be using those sort of sites more and more, but at the moment the price is down. Drax Group, that's a recent purchase, UK based, which was a coal-fired power station going over to biomass, which is wood. They also have interests in renewables, an old company moving forward, UK based, and I think there's a great deal of potential for them. But at the moment, since I purchased, the price has gone down. EasyJet, well, that's some large European airline, which I've used many a time. At the moment, the price has gone down. I believe I bought them at the wrong time. I bought them, which I thought was at the bottom, but it wasn't quite at the bottom. EnQuest, that's an oil exploration company doing quite well. Ericsson, this is one of the 3 companies I bought because they have a great deal of interest in 5G technology, which I think is going to go places, and they are up 21%. Ford Motor Company, we all know Ford Motor Company. I just bought 1 share just to say I've got an interest in them. They're up since I bought. Gulf Keystone, oil exploration company, up 17%. Hunting, this company makes tools for the oil exploration industry. They're down 3%. Hire Incorporated, up 43%. That's, I believe it's Chinese-based holding company principally engaged in the operation of game and live streaming platforms. That's very popular, not with me, but with others. So I think there's a great deal of future there, and that's reflected in the share price. Innovo Pharmaceuticals, I bought those. I think they're involved with one of the COVID vaccines, and that's reflected in the share price. They're up. Johnson & Johnson, that's another one of the 3 shares I've decided to buy and hold forever. They're going to have good growth, not solid. They're a good solid company, and they pay dividends. So it's a buy and a hold forever company, Johnson & Johnson, and that's one of the 3 I purchased. London Stock Exchange, that's the place where shares are traded. They're up. Marston's, well, I bought those thinking that the shares were at the bottom, and they've amalgamated with Carlsberg, a very well-known lager manufacturer. When we was in the lockdown, but we've come out of lockdown, and the price of shares haven't moved very far, so I got that one a bit wrong. MNG, it's a finance company. They said they're a good solid company. I read on some brokers, some sites, and I invested in those, and they're up a little bit. National Grid, I got these 2 shares free of charge because I recommended other people on the Trading 212 platform, and I was very pleased to get these. National Grid, good solid UK based company which will always be in demand as they supply electricity. They're down a whisker, but £17 for nothing isn't too bad. Nokia, that's the other company based who are involved in now heavily in 5G, and that's a technology which is going to move forward. It hasn't happened yet, but I think that will reflect in the share price when they do get going. And as I say, with the value I put in, you can see I put £200 in. Nordex, that's a renewable company. I'll just double check that. I don't want to mislead you. I believe that's what they are. German-based holding company, along with subsidiaries, develops, manufactures and distributes wind power systems specialising in wind turbines. So future there, I'm sure there is, and it's reflected in the price. They're up. PepsiCo, that's the third buy and hold forever company. Long-term growth and dividends, but at the moment they're down a whisker since I bought them. As I say, I put £30 each in these 3 long-term growth shares. That was Pepsi, Johnson & Johnson and Microsoft. Pharos Energy, UK-based oil exploration company, they're up. Premier Oil, UK-based oil exploration company. I bought these obviously at the wrong time. They're down, but on another platform they're doing remarkably well, but I think they'll bounce back. Qualcomm, I think it's an American-based company involved in 5G. They're up, and I think with the 5G market opening up, there should be more potential for them to grow. Rockhopper Exploration, I've got 494 shares in this company, and they're up 18%, but I'm looking to buy possibly a lot more shares because I think they've got a lot of room to grow. They've got interests in Italy and the Falkland Islands, and as I say, I'm going to do another dedicated video to Rockhopper, and I'll be purchasing more shares in this company, looking for some good growth, which I think I'll get, and I'll take a profit. Royal Dutch Shell, that's good solid company, oil company, many interests, but they're down. Ryanair, well, I bought this company in the hope of a bounce back, and obviously the bounce back has happened. This is an airline. They're up 142 in total, so unlike EasyJet, which is down, these are up. So I think there's a lot more room for them as we come way out of the lockdown, get vaccines and get the planes flying again. Scientific Games, gaming site, which I think forever will be popular with people online. They're up. Solar Edge Technologies, it's solar-based company, renewables, they're up. Taylor Wimpey, I bought these as we come out of the lockdown. They are a UK-based house builder. I was rather hoping that they'll be in demand and the price of shares go up, but just at the moment that's not the case. But I think there's room for them to increase. Telefonica, which is O2. This is a mobile provider. I bought them when they amalgamated with Virgin Media, and they're down, but I'm sure there's room for them to come up. Tesla, I bought them because I wanted to get exposure to SpaceX, Elon Musk's space travel. But he doesn't have he doesn't have shares available to public in that company. So the nearest I'd get to it was Tesla, which is the electric cars and battery technology, and they're getting into electric goods vehicles. So I think there's a big future for those. So I'm definitely going to hold on to Tesla. Tritag Big Box, that company owns large warehouses which are used by the likes of Amazon to distribute their goods from. I think that's a format which is going to go forward and be in greater demand as we buy more and more online. They're up 6%. Tullow Oil, UK-based oil exploration company. I bought those when oil price was very low, and it reflects because oil is going up and the value of these shares are going up. Vanguard, FTSE, they follow some FTSE shares. I bought 0.4 of a share in this company just to track the FTSE index. They're up. Virgin Galactic, they're involved with space flight, which I'm quite interested in, and I like to be exposed to that technology. I bought one share in the company just to say I've got exposure, and as I couldn't get exposure to Elon Musk's SpaceX, but I can get direct exposure with Virgin Galactic, and they're up. Walt Disney, I bought those when they started streaming in the UK. I think, well, that's a long-term favourite, and I think you won't go far wrong with them, and that's reflected so far. The share price has gone up 33%. XLNX, they're up. Now that, I'll just double check that. I did a research on this one and come is engaged in designing and developing programmable devices and associated technologies. The company's programmable devices and associated technologies include integrated circuits. That's I believe they're involved in 5G or technologies. Then Yamana gold mining company, I bought them when gold was somewhat lower in price. Obviously the price of gold has gone up, and that's reflected in the price of these shares. They're up over 50%. Zynga, that's a Chinese based company and develops, markets and operates social games as live services played on mobile platforms, and that's going to carry on going forward, and they're up 32%. So I've got a diverse portfolio. I've been buying shares once I've done my research and I like them. I might be narrowing my portfolio down and invest in higher amounts of money, but initially this is just getting me a feel for the market, and hopefully you might get some tips by just looking at the shares that I own and the comments I've made. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and till next time, please subscribe, and I bid you a very good morning.